as to how the mood has been lifted after the weekend win? Have you visually seen a difference in the players in that time?
Well, I really felt a difference last week after we went, just had a day out of this place and just spent a bit of time together away from it all. So it set up the week nicely. So last week was a really good week. And then finished with a performance which I think I'm really proud of still in difficult situation, difficult circumstance for the players. So they were amazing last week in the fact they're really together, trained really hard, and then put a performance on the pitch that they enjoyed. And we looked like how we want to be really, and there's still loads to improve on, but it looked way more like it should. And then obviously a win helps everyone else. So there's been a lightness in the last 10, 12 days that I've really enjoyed to the players, and now we need to keep them there really, because they're capable of so much. They're capable of being, we can be a really top team, I believe, and we just have to, we've had a lot of change, and like I said, I've had to overcome a lot of stuff, and I think Saturday will help us, and it sets us up nicely for this one. But now the challenge is we have to follow that up, and we just have to be so demanding of these guys and this team to keep our standards high and to put in a performance that we like and wins us the game again.
Do you feel personally a weight lifted off your shoulders because of that win? Sense of relief?
No, I'll be really honest. I was really relieved on Saturday to win, but not like I'm really loving the process of working here and working with the players and the staff, and I felt nothing but support from them and the owners and the leadership team here. But I think obviously the level of scrutiny you're under all the time. So the win was. Rather than joy, it was relief. And now, like, we can build and go again. Now, what do we need to work on to improve? And that's the process we have to embark on. We have to get better. We have to win more games. And hopefully, Saturday was the start of something for us.
You mentioned the level of scrutiny. Has that surprised you in some way?
No, I don't think so. Being a head coach or a manager of any team and club is not easy. There's always obviously so many opinions because of the level of interest in this game and what it does to people and how much it means to people. So, no, I don't think so. I've actually, in a perverse way, enjoyed that as well. I think you have to. I think you have to try and find enjoyment in everything. And I've said to the players, I've said to the staff, and it counts for us as well as individuals. The amount of growth that can come from this in this difficult period and learning could be huge. It could be brilliant for everyone, and myself included. So we just have to keep working, do what we believe in, and trust that then the outcome will be positive.
Hi, also.
Oh, yeah.
Just give us an update on some of the guys who are injured, Joe Rothwell, like Cameron, Dujon Sterling, and Nabi Matondo.
Yeah, so Rothwell will be back in the squad, which is good for us because he probably actually was the best he played when he came on the pitch, and then obviously he had to come off, but he really injected some thrust for us in the week before in the game. Lyle will probably be next week. I think he's doing really well. But he had a little setback, but nothing major, so he'll be next week. And then Dujon and Rabi are coming on really nicely, so there's obviously long-term injuries, both back out on the grass regularly now. But it's going to take some time for them to build up fitness and adapt again till they're back in training, so they won't be involved any time soon. But hopefully they'll keep building every day. They have brilliant attitudes and they're really good characters, good teammates. So I look forward to hopefully welcoming them back into the squad at some point, but it won't be soon.
In terms of Joe, is it fair to say that he hasn't shown the full potential, the fullness of his abilities and his talent that you would expect to have seen?
I think we haven't seen the best of a lot of players yet. So as I said, they're coming into an environment that's unique and different for them. We have so many young guys, but I think even someone so experienced like Joe, there's so much into it. He has young children, they have to find new schools, he has a partner that has to move again. Then he comes into with a coaching staff that he knows, and there's a lot of trust between us and him, which is why he's here. But then in an environment that's really unique, so many games so quickly, and probably been more intense than he ever thought it would be. The same from Max, same from Nas, all these guys that are getting used to it and coming into a new group with everything that comes with that. And then the games come thick and fast here, and the level of scrutiny is like nothing else in football. So I think they're adapting to it. I think they are, and I think it's good for them. Like I said, I think if you can find a way to thrive in that environment and with that pressure, then it's brilliant for you. And I think he'll do that. And I think he's shown in glimpses the player can be. Now with all of them, really, it's finding a level of consistency and as one of the older players, he probably feels a bit of a weight and to try and help the young ones. But he'll be a really good player for this club, and I'm convinced he will do well. And the last couple of times he's been on a pitch will be good for him.
You've already seen in the European games this season the importance of Ibrox when it's noisy and it's loud, the power it can give you. There's a lot of empty seats at the weekend. There's suggestions there's still a lot of seats to be sold. How important is it for you that the fans do turn up and do create that atmosphere that can drive the team winner? Yeah,
I think the Panathinaikos game and the PLZ game have been brilliant. The atmosphere in them two games was immense. I thought they were great on Saturday after obviously the start of the game and stuff, and I thought they were brilliant by the end. So we just have to keep winning football matches and putting performances. I think it's not surprising in a cup game it wasn't full up. So it is what it is. But yeah, we can't ask any more from the fans, and now they've been actually inside the stadium and got behind the team when we're playing in the way that we want to play in, really. So I hope the ones that are there, they see a performance that is improved from Saturday, and like I said, I hope we can win the game and build some momentum.
Just one each case so we can get rid of everyone.
We've seen over the last few seasons what's possible for Rangers in this competition. Is that something that really excites you, the potential that there is ahead of you?
Yeah, I think what excites me is the potential in this group. Now that we have the group settled down and the window's shut, we have a group we're really happy with, the potential in the team, the potential to have some amazing moments at this club and nights that you can't replicate anywhere else, and also the potential to win trophies. And when we're in any competition, we'll try and do our very best to win that. So I think, I'm not saying we're going to win this competition, but we're in it, we're going to attack it, and we've got to try and enjoy as much as we can. We've been it's an exciting group, it's difficult, it's some big games, some tough opposition, but you wouldn't expect anything else. But we're looking forward to it, and I think the guys that have been here and experienced some good moments in European football, they felt it already. So I think they can definitely help the other players recognise what's at stake and what can be achieved.
So what type of challenge are you expecting from Genk tomorrow night? And they've not had the start to the season they would have wanted. Is that something that you can play on?
Yeah, but I'm sure their head coach will probably be saying a similar thing about us. It's been frustrating. I'm sure he's frustrated. They had a brilliant season last season. They finished ahead of Club Bruges, which I think, having watched Bruges against us and then Monaco last week, if you saw that, you realise that that's not an easy task. And obviously it finished in a frustrating way for them. But it's about us. It's about us being at home, generating the energy we want to, turn it into the game that we want to. But they have some really good players and they're good teams why they play in this competition and why they had a good season last season. So we'll be aware of that and we'll respect that. But it has to be about us and building on Saturday and trying to improve.
Just how important is it to get a positive result tomorrow night? Not just because it sets the foundations for this campaign, but also just to try and build a bit of consistency from the weekend? Yeah, well,
we have to strive for that now, to build momentum and energy, consistency. Because I said to you from day one, like this club and this team can be so powerful when we have that belief and we have some confidence in the group, and Saturday definitely helped that. And now we have to build that energy with the supporters as well, and with everyone in here really. So it's about trying to build some momentum, because I think we can be really powerful when we have that.
Russell, you said there that despite the challenges you've enjoyed in this process so far, do you get the sense that the players have enjoyed it as well, or are they maybe been a little bit?
No, not so much. No, I think our job as coaches, and I think why we all got into it, is to help players as much as possible, to win as much as possible in a certain way. But I think the way they've come through it in the last couple of weeks, I think when you're in the midst of it and there's so many games and you don't have time to really take stock and you're just trying to analyse that one, move to the next one, it's really difficult for the players to like maintain a sense of self and actually to enjoy and be conscious of what's going on, because it just become like a bit robotic in the thing. So it's been a really interesting process for that and learning. But we have to try and get them, and that was the whole point of taking them out of this environment last week. And saw some like ex-pros talk about it, about no, just take them golf, just take them drinking and all that stuff. But it's not the answer, just escaping it. So we have to embrace what comes with this football club, because it's an amazing challenge, the intensity of it all. And as I said to them, the potential for them, because if we can get going, really going at this place, the potential for them to enjoy and be successful is amazing. But also to get through a tough period together can be amazing for everyone. So I think they definitely enjoyed Saturday. They definitely enjoyed the process of last week in training really hard together. And now we have to put that together when we don't have a huge amount of time training, and we have to try and maximise the time that we have. And that's our jobs. And I think the more they find joy in it, the better you'll see them perform on a Saturday.
So obviously Andrew Cavenagh was here to watch the win over at Hibs. Did you get a chance to speak to him, and what was his sort of message regarding the patience and support?
Yeah, we had a lot of time after the game, and he's been great. So he's been really consistent, so nothing's changed in that. And he was great. He's really comfortable around the players. The players are really comfortable around him. Spent time watching training and some of the meetings that we've had. And I think it's good for the staff and the players to see that someone so invested in his club now and his team and wants us to be really successful. So, I've got nothing but praise about, like I said, the ownership group, the leadership team here. They've all been great.
Russell, last time out in Europe was a bruising night in Bruges. It's more Belgian opposition, of course. It's a lot of different competition. Just how much do the players learn from that experience in Bruges? And is this an opportunity to try and exercise some of those demons?
No, I think it's totally different. So I feel like we've taken a bit of time to recover from that. It was a really, really difficult night. And we won't ever feel like that again.
This was the first of 8 games, obviously, in this group stage. What would success in this competition this year look like for you?
Well, to progress through this stage, first and foremost. I don't try and look too far ahead. I don't think we can, because this is the game, and then Sunday's the game, and then so to sit here and set any targets for you guys to then hold us accountable to, I don't think it's a very clever idea. So in-house, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about every game as it comes, about the context of the game, where the opposition's at, where we're at, where we need to improve. But I want us to attack every game and try and be the team we want to be in every game, regardless of where we're playing, who we're playing against. And we've got some really good opposition that, where I'm pretty sure we'll have some big nights and some very, very tough nights, but to be ourselves as much as we can. And obviously the games come at different times, so by the end of this phase, from the first game to the 8th game, I expect us to be much better than we are now, and for the team to look in a certain way more consistently than it has done up till now. So I'm really excited about the challenge. Everyone is here and we'll attack it with all we've got.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.